Hello, hello. Welcome to Fantastical Magic Tarot. My name's Andrea. Today's reading, we are asking for you what needs to change in your life. Okay, that's the question. And I have pre-shuffled oracle cards. So you have 3 piles to choose from, and then we'll do tarot live during the reading. Let me show you your crystals. You'll just be choosing with crystals today. So for group number 1, you have this lapis lazuli stone. Okay. Group number 2, you have the green aventurine. Group number 3, you've got a sodalite. Sodalite. Okay. So you can choose based on your intuition, whatever pile is calling to you, and then I'm going to put timestamps in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, group number 1. If you chose this lapis lazuli, let's put your crystal over here, and let's see what needs to change in your life, group number 1. Just gonna move a little speckle I see there. Let's look at your oracle cards, okay? Your first oracle is Wizard of the Woods with focus and card number 50. This card makes me think of the energy that is required, the not just the mental focus, but the energetic and spiritual focus that is required to create magic, to create alchemy. How does a wizard wield their power? The kind of focus that is required there. Really having to tune into oneself, into the environment, and to the other realms, whatever the case may be, right? So focus. So we'll see how this plays out in your reading. What exactly is this focus message trying to tell you? Let's find out. Next, you got 2 of these. Every pile seemed to get different numbers of cards from particular decks this time. So, I just go with what comes out. So you got 2. And this is from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. And so your first card is mortality, and don't get scared when you see this. I'll explain it. I get this card sometimes in my own readings, actually. And some of my own personal stuff. I've had a big health journey, so whenever I see this card, I'm always like, oh gosh. But actually, it's a beautiful card. It's kind of a wake-up call kind of card. I'll tell you what it says. So it's card 42, mortality, and it says, life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. And what this card is saying to you, group number 1, is that there's the potential here for something to be passing you by. You might not be fully living your life right now. You might be asleep to something that is actually a massive opportunity in your life, or you're missing out on some potential joy, or maybe you're just kind of walking around with your eyes closed and you're missing all of the kinds of signs and synchronicities and doors that could open to you. Something like that, okay? We'll get more information about that as the reading goes on, but there's just a message here, to put it simply, that you need to wake up about something. Okay, you need to open your eyes to something, open your heart to something maybe. Okay, so let's see, that's the first one. And then we've got belong to your own dream. Look, eyes are closed, sleeping again. This is card 32, and it says create your own life. Maybe you are being a little too passive in your life in some area, especially with this focus message. That might be for some of you, but again, we'll see once we get all the cards out. So that's the next one. And then you've got beautiful. Yes. Okay, definitely. With this card of potential, it's like And this is another dark, sleepy kind of energy to me, even though it's a volcano, I think, or a mountain. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like there's all this congregation of energy here. I don't know if that's an explosion or an eruption, or if that's just concentrated clouds. I can't really tell. But I definitely feel like group number 1, what needs to change in your life? And again, we'll get more details, but what needs to change in your life is you're sleeping on something, or there's a chance here for something to go undeveloped that should develop. That would be very beautiful. It could just be you that needs to develop, or some area of your life, or some relationship, or some opportunity, or this could apply to any area. This is a general read. So, it's going to be different for different people, but the common thing for everyone who has chosen this group is that there is something in your life, and it could be you. It could be your own vitality, or it could be an area of your life, but that you need to open your eyes to and put some energy into, put some focus into, so that the potential can be realized. Okay, there's some potential in you or your life that really needs to be realized, that you need to invest in and nurture and let it develop. Okay, so this next 2 cards, it's from the Osho Zen Tarot, but actually I use this as an oracle sometimes, and that's what I'm doing today. So your first one is the Temperance card. It says integration. Wow, look at the energies in this card. There's so much symbolism here with the Ouroboros and the yin yang and all the colors here. This is a swan and an eagle. Look at that. Again, I really do feel like this is, there's a message here about, this isn't the typical temperance sort of, I mean, it can be, because temperance can be about alchemy, but there's a message here about something that you've gone through, something that you've learned maybe. There's something that you have that is remaining outside of you, like it's not being integrated. Like you're just dismissing it or forgetting about it or ignoring it. Or maybe you've outcast it. I don't know. But there's some integration required here. Let's keep going. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. The source. Okay. Ace of Wands it's a spark. And I feel like you need a spark to get going on something. Group number 1. Wands are action, right? So this is a spark that leads to the action being taken to develop something that you're passionate about, that's meant for you, that will light up your life, light up your heart, light up your mind maybe. Interesting. Okay, let's get your tarot. I'm going to use the Witch's Tarot today, and I do need to shuffle a bit. So I'm going to shuffle, give it 3 really good rifle shuffles here, and then we will get your cards out, okay? And then I can take this time while I'm shuffling to like reflect on your cards a little bit more too. So I'm going to be quiet while I'm doing this so that I can focus and tap into my intuition. And yeah, nothing wrong with being quiet. I think sometimes people on tarot readers anyway feel this pressure just to keep going. And I've had comments on my on my readings before too about like that things were too slowly paced or too quiet sometimes, but I need to tune in, and so that's for everyone's best, mine and yours, so you get the best reading and I can deliver the best reading. Okay, I'm not being very quiet, am I? Okay, I'm gonna tune in here. You know what? So I'm done shuffling here. We're good to go. I really feel like I need a lot of clarification around this card. That was what I was feeling. Everything else is very clear here for me. But this card is, I wonder what needs to be integrated. This is like, yeah. We'll be clarifying definitely that message. If it doesn't get clarified just from the first few tarot that come out. So let's see what needs to change for group number 1. Please, guides. Guides, angels, ancestors. For group number 1. What needs to change for group number 1? What needs to change? Okay, so we've got, this is very fitting. Okay, first 2 cards out are the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is action, work. The 8 of Pentacles is about dedication, about putting in the work, about the work that's required to achieve mastery of something, a skill, a goal, you know, a particular profession, a business, whatever. And the Queen of Wands is passionate, charismatic. She makes things happen. She goes after her dreams. She embodies all of the principles of what it takes to do that, to be like successful in achieving like what you're passionate about. So she's very confident, very much has clear vision. Yeah, very vital. So definitely there's a call to action here for you, group number 1. What needs to change for group number 1, please? We've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is usually a message about generosity, reciprocity, balance between give and take, those sorts of things. Just balance in general. And then we've got the 5 of Cups, which is a message, you know, the 5 of Cups is a heavier energy. It's about grief and loss. We've got the Fool at the bottom, which is a leap of faith, a new cycle, going after something new that where you don't have all the plans laid out and you don't exactly know what's going to happen. It requires some faith. It requires courage, but not the kind of courage, you know, there's different kinds of courage, but it's just that courage to take the first leap, right? Sometimes the Fool can be naive, but that's really not what I'm getting here. Okay, let's just clarify a bit here. Okay, I'm going to clarify a few cards. I'm going to clarify the 6 of Pentacles. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? 8 of Cups. Why is the 6 of Pentacles here? What is the 6 of Pentacles about? Please, Spirit. Oh, okay. And then we've got the Judgment card with Karma and the Queen of Swords. Okay, what I'm getting here, group number 1, is let's focus on these 2 cards first. They both have their backs towards us. Okay. And look, there's an eclipse here. There's like some kind of ending, conclusion. In the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Cups is a message about walking towards what serves you and walking away from what doesn't. There is a walking away aspect of the 8 of Cups. And with the Judgment card, it very much can be about it's not the world, right? The world card, which comes after the judgment, is the completion of, like, it's the last card in the major arcana. And it is the completion of that first kind of cycle of the fool's journey. There's many fool's journeys in our lifetimes, but it is like the completion of a phase, the completion of something. Judgment is like, having to reconcile your past. It's like a peak. We got all these mountains here. It's like, it's a peak point in someone's life, even though it's not quite a completion. It is a peak moment in someone's life where they have to reconcile something. Sometimes they have to make a judgment on something or someone, depending on what this is about. Sometimes this card can talk about forgiveness of our past, forgiveness of someone else, just reconciling. There's a lot of reconciling with this card. And I really get with these two coming out together, it's especially with the Six of Pentacles, which has a generous energy to it. I feel like you're being asked to, it's like, come to peace with something. There's loss here with this Five of Cups. It's like there's something in your life that is in your past, maybe recent past, maybe really long time ago, doesn't matter. There's something in your past that you need to reconcile, come to terms with, accept, forgive, whatever may apply, and then move on from it and integrate it. And this is the integration message, okay? It's like something from your past. There's not a need to cast aside, to resent, to be bitter. It's like about accepting, forgiving, and actually realizing how you've grown from it, realizing how it has actually served you, even if it was in a painful, shitty way, and actually it has something to offer you that you can integrate into yourself or into your life in this new way forward, and you realizing your potential, the potential of your life. And it's like, I think this is key to you waking up to whatever it is you need to wake up to, like, okay, it's time to put in the work and focus on something and move forward. But it requires this reconciliation, this coming to terms with something. Because you're out of balance because of it. You're out of balance because of something in your past, and you need to get balanced. And that requires this reconciliation and this integration so that you can move on and come to your fullest potential, or something in your life can fully develop. And the Queen of Swords is the truth, right? Like, it's a level-headed viewpoint on whatever this is. It is taking a step back and seeing it for what it really is, without all this Five of Cups energy. I don't know. I feel like, of course, we need to grieve. Grieving is healthy. That's not healthy. That's not balanced, to like not grieve, not feel our feelings, not give things the time that they, need to have to process them, or to just, let them take whatever space they need to take up in our lives, minds, hearts, whatever. But I feel like for you, group number 1, you've spent enough. I don't want to say that. You have spent some time doing that already, and it's time to start trying to shift your energy towards taking a step back and trying to see the truth of the matter, detaching from it just a little bit and being like, okay, aside from how heartbroken or hurt that I was, like, what has this actually done for my life? How has this redirected my life? How have I actually grown from this? What can I learn from this? How can I apply it to my life moving forward so that I can, live a better life, evolve, Because you're really being asked here to, like, with Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands, all these other cards, like, you're really being asked to, like, come into your fullest potential. Okay, so what needs to change, group, just to summarize, group number 1, What needs to change is you need to open up your eyes. Do not let your life pass you by. Do not stay stuck in the past. It's time to reconcile something. It's time, okay? So that you can move forward. Because there's a ton of potential in you. You have a ton of potential, and your life has a ton of potential, okay? It's time for something new, actually. You have no idea where your life is going to lead you, you know? And I feel like there's so many possibilities for you. There's a lot that could, beautiful, exciting, lovely things could develop. So I'm going to leave it at that. Group number 1, I hope this was helpful, and I wish you all the best. Take care. Hello, group number 2. If you chose this green aventurine, let's have a look at your oracle. What needs to change in your life? Group number 2. Your first oracle here. It's Spirit Guardian of Spring with activation. Card number 36. Something needs to come to life, to get stirred up. Something needs some energy. Maybe a time of, spring is after winter. So maybe something that has been quiet in your life, it's time for it to get some movement into it, some development, some things need to start waking up here. Some area of your life, or maybe it's just you. But yeah, something that has been quiet, something that maybe has felt stagnant or still in some way. It's time for that to change. It's time for that to get moving along. There's some activation here. Okay, let's keep going. So you have one of these Alice in Wonderland Oracle cards, and this is card number 11. Changed in the night. You have changed quickly. You know what? I actually want to read from the book for that one. You only got one of these. The other groups got more of these, but I think you got a couple more of these ones. Anyway, everyone got different numbers today, but the first group number 1, I did not feel called to read from the book, but I do for this one, for this Alice in, I'm going to look at your other oracle first, but then I'm going to read this. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's continue. Wisdom is your next one. Interesting. Obviously, a ton of water energy here. And she's like, there's like this light body. It's a light body, light energy. Deep wisdom, right? She looks like she's at the bottom of the ocean here. Okay. And then this is actually from the Osho Zen Tarot, but I use this as oracle sometimes, and that's what I'm doing today. Your first one is the Page of Cups with understanding. And in this card, you can see this bird is like coming out of a cage to join all the other free birds. There's freedom here. It's like you were in a cage, something in your life was confined or still, and it's time to be free, to fly. It's time to fly, some area of your life. Okay. And understanding that it's the time. The time is now, is kind of what I'm getting here. Understanding that there are no bars. Maybe this bird has been in this cage and thinking there was no way out, not realizing there weren't any bars here, Could have gotten out the whole time, but I think the bird needed to be in this cage. There was a purpose to that, a purpose to the stillness, a purpose to the stagnation. And you've got the 6 of Swords with burden. The 6 of Swords is about moving on, moving forward from something that usually is a little rocky, But this particular card talks about, there's an energy of a burden here. And then we've got Look at this. New vision and understanding and wisdom. Okay, this is, yeah. All right. This is the Hanged Man, card 12. New vision. Look, if you can see, it's like underneath here, it's like there's a figure that is like on their hands and knees crawling. And then emerges this figure, and there's angel wings. There's all this energy. And you can see all of the geometry here. All of the dimensions, right? All of the dimensions of the universe, of existence, of all of the realms, like all of the dimensions that are there and available for us to access. You know, the seen and the unseen. Okay. But the Hangman usually is about, again, a time of pause so that you can get an understanding, a new vision. You gain wisdom. But the Hangman is a time of quiet, a time of reflection, a time of pause, suspension, maybe even confinement for some of you. And there is so much purpose in that. It's so that you can understand things differently. And I think for you, the understanding that is different is about what's actually possible, what's possible, how you can take flight. Maybe with this burden card, a new perspective on something you've been through, something that has felt like a burden. Let's read this Changed in the Night card from the Alice in Wonderland. I feel like that's going to be helpful. Okay, so this is the book here. And so we've got Changed in the Night. You have changed quickly. And it says, sometimes we change slowly. A little change here, a small adjustment there, tiny shifts day by day. And over time, we grow into a very different version of ourselves. But at other times, we feel like we have been changed in the night. Our day might suddenly, without any warning at all, be very queer indeed. For Alice, and perhaps for you when you receive this card, there is a sense that so very much has changed in an instant that the world has suddenly, quite suddenly, been turned upside down or right side up. Again, that Hanged Man energy. And we have not had a moment to grow used to this new reality. The way we now are, or the rules of the world we find ourselves inhabiting. When a time like this comes, we can be in shock, a little numb, and have trouble finding our way back to the center of ourselves. If you feel that you may have changed in the night, that your life has changed quite dramatically, quite suddenly, then take a moment. Remember your values, your feelings, yourself. Look about you, steady yourself, and breathe in deep. You've been rocked, and your sense of self and of reality is going to take a little time to resettle. Continue to connect with your core self. Be good to you and take it easy but steadily. Remember, you are finding out who you truly are. Until this moment, you only knew who you could be when faced with certain predictable circumstances. Now that so much has changed, you will find out so much more about yourself, and in time, this will enrich you so very much. So maybe some of you are in this period of pause, of constraint right now because something has changed in your life and you don't quite know what to do with it. And maybe it is going to require some more sitting with it, gaining an understanding of why it's happened and how it's changed you. For some of you, you've already been through this and it's activated. You realize, well, I think the lesson will be that it's activated something in you in your life. So let's get tarot and really get more information here about what this message is for you. Look, we got the Page of Cups just fell out again. I love the Page of Cups energy. It's a very sweet energy to me. I feel like the Page of Cups just is sensitive and, has an open heart. But there can be that sensitivity with the Page of Cups. The like, oh, look, feeling like you're going to get engulfed by your feelings. Some, people with this kind of energy can be very empathic, very sensitive. Let's keep going here. What needs to change for group number 2? What needs to change for group number 2, please? What needs to change? Interesting. Okay. So we've got the Four of Swords. This is rest. This again is pause. It's rest, healing. Okay. Then we've got the Knight of Swords, which is, for me, it's courage right now. That's the message I'm getting from it. It's courage. It can be like a wanting to just, this Knight of Swords could be that for some of you, you're not wanting to, I don't know, you're not wanting to sit in your emotions. You're not wanting to sit in this place. You just want to move through it, charge through it. Maybe some of you are feeling a little restless or impulsive. It could be a coping mechanism, so that you don't have to feel something. And then you've got the Five of Cups. So here we go. This is loss. Number 1 got this card too, but this is loss, grief, heartache. Could be betrayal, could be a lot of things. I'm going to clarify some cards here. Okay. Let's see, where should I start? I'm going to start with this Six of Swords, this burden card. Why is burden here for group number 2? What is this message about the burden and the Six of Swords, please? Eight of Wands, movement, more movement. Have some of you had to move? Is that the change for some of you? There's been some movement or some communication that came in very quickly. I feel like there's a move, a physical move, or something has moved in or out of your life. Or there's been some kind of message or communication. Pages can be messengers too. They can be communication as well. So maybe some of you have got some news, an email, a text, a letter, someone told you something, or you've had to move, or there's been movement in your life that you weren't expecting that's kind of got you spinning or feeling, a little heartbroken. It really changed, like your life has really changed because of this. There is so much to learn here in this situation. So much to learn. Why is the Hanged Man here? Please, why is the Hanged Man with new vision here? Why is the Hanged Man here? Ten of Swords. Something had to end. Something had to change. Something had to end. And I think it's understanding that. I'm going to get one more for that. What is this Ten of Swords, please? Why is this Ten of Swords here? What is this Ten of Swords for group number 2? More. Oh, it's an ace. Sorry, I thought it was a page. Understanding. Yeah. This is a realizing. You need to realize. So the Ace of Swords, again, you have so much messages here about you have wisdom. You have understanding. You have the Hanged Man, the Ace of Swords now. Like you have so many messages here about needing to understand. Clarity. You really need to understand and have clarity about why something happened, I think. But why you are where you're at. If there was a change in your life, why that had to happen. Why maybe there was an ending that had to happen. But whatever this is for you, it's like, It's a massive lesson in your life right now, okay? It's a massive lesson and you really need to understand it, okay? You need to look at the truth of the matter here, gain clarity, wisdom about why you are at where you're at, or why whatever has happened has happened. What else should we clarify? Why is the Five of Cups here? Why is this Five of Cups here? Knight of Cups. It's like, look at this. It's like somebody offered you this cup. Something you wanted, someone you wanted, I don't know. But something, like a full cup, right? Something that would have filled a cup for you, that would have fulfilled you. Brought you some comfort, or, you know, brought you some love in your life, or just, you know, some emotional fulfillment of some sort. And it's like it was given to you and then it just spilt. There's still two cups here. I feel like you were given a cup, and one of these spilled cups is this cup that was given to you. Not realizing the two cups that still remain here. And why this cup had to spill. I mean, the Knight of Cups can be a love offer sometimes. But anyway, it is something that was, you know, like I said, the analogy before fits, you know, whatever this full cup is for you, it's like it spilled. And it didn't feel good. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why is this Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here? Ten of Wands, jeez. Ten of Wands is like, you can't handle a single other wand. You actually need to pass off some of these wands and get some help carrying them. It's a burden. Burden. Okay? It's time to release this burden. It's time for you to heal, though, okay? So I'm going to keep clarifying. I do feel like I have the clear message for you at this point, but I'm just going to clarify a couple other things. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Three of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Swords here? What is this Knight of Swords energy? Seven of Cups. Okay. Why is the Page of Cups here? I'll tell you, sorry, I'm going to get clarifying for the last couple cards, and then I will tell you your message at the end here. I just need a little bit more clarification, and there's no need for me to keep talking while I'm doing this until I have the final message that I need here. Why is the Page of Cups here, please, Spirit? Why is this Page of Cups here? Eight of Cups. Okay, and why is activation here? Why is activation here? What is this activation? What's being activated? Okay. Yes. Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Cups. Okay. Group number 2. Okay, where did I leave you? I think the last thing I talked about was this Ten of Wands, right? The burden. You couldn't carry any more wands. You were at a point like they were going to spill. Someone had, or if you didn't hand them off to someone or put them down, they were going to spill, and they were probably going to hurt you in the process. And that might have been what happened here. And then we've got the Knight of Swords, and with the Three of Pentacles coming up and the Seven of Cups coming up to clarify it, I feel like for some of you, maybe distracting yourself with work, maybe. With fantasy. I do feel like for some of you, a lot of you here, you're trying to kind of bypass this place of this Hanged Man kind of energy, of needing to like actually sit with whatever has gone down and try to accept it and understand it. And you may be distracting with either you're fantasizing, you're in your head. You won't let yourself be in your heart. You're either in your head or you're in your work. You're not letting yourself sit there and be in your heart, in your emotions. And the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups can be, something is left. Again, I just really feel like there's movement away here. There's movement away. So I don't know if you had to leave someone had to leave you. There's some movement here, and I don't know what it is. It's going to be different for different people, okay? But yeah, whatever it is, again, it's like it has changed. Something has massively changed in your life. Either you've just changed, something has changed you don't feel like yourself, you don't feel like the same person you used to be, or someone has left your life, or you left someone, or you moved. Again, I'm not going to keep repeating myself, but there's something happened, and it involves some kind of movement. And what I think you're going to end up realizing, this is the Hangman, this is the new vision, okay? The new vision is this, that whatever you lost or whatever changed, whatever this is for you that you don't want to face, or you just want to move past, you want to just be on with it, or whatever it is, the lesson here, the new vision here, is about why it had to happen. Maybe you're going to realize you were, I don't know, taking on other people's stuff, like giving more than you should have, or you weren't getting what you deserved in a situation. You're going to realize something, okay, about why it had to happen, why this change had to happen. And the Queen of Pentacles is very giving and nurturing, okay, but she's very healthy. She's a very healthy sort of energy, very healthy body, very healthy life. And she's a nurturer, but she nurtures herself, okay? She takes care of herself so that her own cup is full, so that she can give to others, right? She wants to care for others. She's a caretaker. She wants to nurture and care for, but she does that for herself first and foremost, so that she can for others. And that might be a lesson here for some of you. And this is really ultimately just about your happiness, about you getting, the kind of like, you having the people in your life that give back to you as much as you give, or just people that fulfill you, being in a place that fulfills you. I feel like more than anything, though, this is like also just like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know why I'm getting this. I just am, but like, I'm getting this message about like that you are going to really learn a lesson about self-love here at the end of the day, and how that is the foundation for everything else. It's the foundation for all happiness. And that's really going to end up manifesting into other parts of your life. And like, this had to be activated in you. There was no other way for this to happen, to be activated in you. It's like divine redirection kind of energy here. I'm surprised the Tower didn't come out, but it must be a little bit different than Tower energy. It must be, well, the Tower very much is unexpected. Maybe you kind of saw this coming. I don't know. But anyway, without me going on and on, I'm going to just leave your reading at that, okay? Group number 2. I hope it was helpful. Take care. See you next time. Hello, group number 3. If you chose the Sodalite, let's take a look. What needs to change in your life? Group number 3. Group number 3, I had to pause. That's interesting. I paused exactly on 44 minutes. If 44 means anything to any of you. But anyway, I just had to pause. I thought there was a disruption, but there actually wasn't. So we'll see if that ends up being relevant somehow for you. But your first oracle card out is the Wild Rose Fairy with Love. What a beautiful card. Card 47. Love. Okay. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see what it actually is going to end up meaning for you. You got 2 of these Alice in Wonderland Oracle. You're 2, right? Yeah, 2. This is so interesting. So that you got card 15. It says messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. And I say it's interesting because this is one of my favorite oracle decks that I use in my own readings for myself. And I've gotten this card quite a bit, and sometimes it seems out of context for me. But it is talking about service. I always end up finding a meaning in this, but it is interesting sometimes when, there's no overt message or question about that has anything to do with animals, and it still will come up. So some of you may feel very connected to animals. This may involve an animal for some of you. Like if some of you, have a lot of love for a pet or something like that, then that may be the case for you. But if it's not obvious like that, this may be a message about service in some way, okay? Some kind of service, some kind of act of love giving. So we'll see. We'll see. We have to keep going. Your next one is Falling, card number 4. It says the unknown, descent, momentum, and change. And you just think about Alice when she was falling through the rabbit hole, right? I think that's what this is talking about. Okay. Let's keep going. We'll get them all out and then we'll get your message. Oh, yeah, nice. Okay, you've got success. Okay, that's a nice card to see. And then we've got 3 Osho Zen tarot card. Oh, 4. You got 4. Oh, geez. You got lots of these. You got the most out of these. So these are tarot cards. It's the Osho Zen tarot, but I like to use them as oracle cards sometimes, and that is what I'm doing today. So your first one. Oh, interesting. Projections. Look at that. There's some mirroring going on here. Projections. And this is the 7 of Cups, which can talk about illusion sometimes. It can be about misperception or fantasy sometimes. So we'll keep going again. And then you've got the 3 of Pentacles with guidance. Guidance. Got kind of some angelic energy here, but also some human energy. Okay, where do I want to put that? I'll put that one there. Then we've got another 7 here, and this is the 7 of Wands with stress. Look, the monkey's about to pop the bubble that this kind of joker is on. But look, they've got 3 legs and all these candles and blowing the horn and like just doing too much. Okay. And then we've got the 4 of Wands with participation. This is like a mandala, and I don't know if you can see, there's 4 sets of hands here, and they all have different energy with the different coloring here. This can talk about, that, what's that saying? I think it even says it in the guidebook here. The sum is greater than the individual parts. That, whatever that actual saying is. So being involved in something bigger than yourself, we do have this message about service here. Okay. Really interesting. I am going to read from the book, from the Alice in Wonderland guidebook here. It is. And we're going to do card number 4, Falling. Okay, so it says, you are presently experiencing a time of descent. You are in between worlds, yet to land, yet to know what will come next, yet to feel the impact of the inevitable moment when your feet touch the earth again. At present, it is natural to feel doubt, discouragement, nerves, or even fear. You have leapt. Now you must fall soon. Now you must fall. Soon you shall land, but first comes the descent. You have launched yourself into the unknown, taken a risk, dared to follow your instinct without the thought and consideration that would have seen you miss the chance that will come to you. But right now, you are completely within the process of descent. You may have allowed yourself to let go of people, places, objects, roles, or ways of being. It could be that a relationship, a type of career, or the routine you once had is now in flux. Something has unraveled and you are moving into a different part of your destiny. A fall can be accompanied by disillusionment, a sense something is being broken, a shattering of beliefs and perspectives, and the inability to know what will come next. You may wonder, just like Alice, whether you will fall right through the earth. In other words, will everything in your world end? Will you simply keep falling with no end at all? It will end. There will be a new place and a fresh way of being to explore. For now, surrender to the descent into the passageway to the next life. The fall is the moment before rebirth. The best possible response is to relax into the fall, observe and wonder at what is to come. Know this was the only way through to the next stage of your evolution, the entrance to your own wonderland. There is no new discovery without descent, without relinquishing some of who you were. This is the way you will become who you are meant to be next. Wow. Okay, so what was standing out to there in that little reading there for me was this message about being in between worlds, or being in an in-between, a transitory place. And also the message about disillusionment, especially because that 7 of Cups came out. I feel like there is a bigger purpose to something you're going through right now. Group number 3. And I don't think you can quite see it. Or maybe you have doubt about it. I'm definitely getting that. And I wonder if, with this stress card, I wonder if you are feeling really like you need to do something. I wonder if you're very much in a place of like action, needing to do, needing to figure out, needing to think your way through something, to do, to take action, to handle something, You may be in some kind of, just, I don't know if it's either mental or physical, like too much energy getting spun around here. When really what you may need to do is just fall. Just fall. Nothing you can do when you're falling, maybe you keep trying to cling on to something, but you can't quite, All you can do is fall and then land, right? But let me get your tarot out to see. I like that this success card is here. It's like reassurance for you. Even though it kind of defeats, sometimes sometimes there's a massive lesson in being able to surrender when you don't know the outcome. Because if you know the outcome, it's a lot easier to surrender. Maybe not a lot easier, but at least a bit easier to surrender. But you are getting some reassurance here in this message, so that's nice. Let's get tarot and we'll just keep going. We'll keep developing your message here, because what actually needs to change? What needs to change? Please, actually, I need to shuffle your cards a little bit more. Okay, just bear with me. I'm going to be quiet for a second here. Okay, what needs to change, please, for group number 3? What needs to change for group number 3? Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. I'm gonna need more room. Can I fit this up here? Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. What needs to change? What needs to change for group number 3? What needs to change for group number 3, please? Ooh, 7 of Cups again. and Seven of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay, I need one more. One more. And I'm just going to move a little bit. What needs to change, please? Group number 3. What needs to change here? What needs to change for group number 3? Okay. Queen of Swords. Interesting, we got the Queen of Swords right by the Seven of Swords. Okay. Well, I'll go through the cards that just came out a bit, and then I'm going to start clarifying. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, right? And the Eight of Pentacles is about work, dedication. She's shining her pentacle there. And then you've got the Ace of Cups right beside it, which is about an open heart. It can be about a new energy that has an emotional basis. So this can be, just the energy present for a new person to come into your life, a new endeavor that will fill your heart. So something that will that has the potential, right? It's just the potential with an ace to make your cup runneth over, right? So there's some potential here. There's some energy here, some heart energy here. And this is very interesting what we've got at the bottom here. The Seven of Cups, again, this is a more traditional representation of the Seven of Cups than the Osho Zen. But again, this can be about your dreams. There's different ways of looking at the Seven of Cups. But with the first Seven of Cups coming out with projections, I am getting more of the message of like some kind of illusion. And even with the Alice in Wonderland card we got. So there's some disillusion here. Confusion maybe. Just that. But something for seeing something not quite for what it is. And the reason why you're not seeing it for what it is has more to do with you, right? That concept of mirroring, right? This has more to do with you than what you're looking at. And then we've got the Seven of Swords, which is a message about, it can be about deceit. It's more about manipulation right now, I think, for me. I don't know. There can be a desperate energy. Don't take that offensively, please. We all get desperate. There can be situations in life that can make us feel desperate or scared, or like we need to come up with some kind of tactic. Interesting that it's coming right under the projections card. I wonder if you're perceiving something as a deceit. You don't trust something here. I think you don't trust something here. And then you've got the Queen of Swords under the guidance card, which the Queen of Swords is like a objective point of view on something, so that you can see things for, more sort of realistically, not seeing things so much through the heart space as much as through like just a more logical, seeing things for what they are kind of thing. So I'm going to clarify. I think it's very interesting that the first card out was this message of love. So I do wonder if this is about, and the Ace of Cups has come out. So I do wonder in this projections card, I do wonder if this is about another person, or at least part of this is about another person. But I'm going to start clarifying, and then we will get your message all wrapped up here. What is this message about love for group number 3? What is this message about love? Okay. Your intuition. The High Priestess has come out. Self-love? No, I'm not quite getting that. I'm getting this message about intuition with the High Priestess. Why is this love card here? Why is this love card here? please? Why is the message of love here? Page of Wands. Wanting to go after something. Wanting to take some action on something or someone. One more for this love. Please clarify this message of love. Okay. Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, and this Five of Cups has come out in every single reading. Four of Swords, Five of Cups, and Nine of Cups. Your Nine of Cups is, you know, it's known as the wish fulfillment card, but it really is about the decisions that you've made in your life that have led up to the place where you have done the work to get something that you want, to get to a good place in your life where there's fulfillment, and you manifested something. And the Five of Cups is loss, disappointment, and the Four of Swords is rest, healing. Five of Cups can be grief too. The Four of Swords can be not just rest and healing. Well, it can be kind of hiding sometimes too, though. Okay, let's keep going. Why is this Ace of Cups here? Why is this Ace of Cups here for group number three? Sorry, group number 3. Another Page of Pentacles. Okay, and why is this message of projections here? What is projections about? Why is projections here? Four of Pentacles. I have a feeling. I was just thinking about the Four of Pentacles when I was talking about the Four of Swords. Four of Pentacles is holding back, like not trusting. Or didn't I just say you don't trust something? You don't trust something. What is this Seven of Swords, please? What is this Seven of Swords? Six of Pentacles. An imbalance. Taking more than is given. Is that what you're not trusting? Not trusting that you can, yeah. It's like not trusting you can release something. You don't think it's going to come back to you. What is this falling message, please, Spirit? Why is this message of falling here? The Wheel of Fortune, change. Something is changing. What is this? What is this change? What is this change, please? Ace of Wands and King of Pentacles. Okay. So, you know, it's interesting. I was wondering if this had to do with another person or if this was a romantic thing. I'm not really getting that. This feels a lot more about like, even if it is about that, there's very much an energy here. There's a lot of Pentacles energy, and that's the material world, right? And I was really getting at the beginning this feeling about being involved in something larger than yourself. There is this energy of service here, but then again, there's also this energy of holding back. So this is a complicated energy, okay? Group number 3, you're complicated, or your situation is complicated. And I mean that in the most loving way because I am also a complicated gal. So I get it. It could just be your situation that's complicated and not you, you know? But something is changing or has changed whether you like it or not. There is a... You know, with the Wheel of Fortune showing up here and the falling card, very much is telling me that And with this message about service and something larger than yourself here going on too, it's like something is changing and you actually don't have control over it, okay? You might be trying to have control. I think that's what's happening here. I think you're really trying to control something. There's not much faith here. There's a lot of distrust here. And I think, the funny thing is that I think with this High Priestess clarifying this love card, I really feel like, I don't know, I think deep down your intuition knows. I think you know the truth. The truth that everything is going to be okay and work out the way that it needs to. Like, you have a successful outcome here. And I actually am going to clarify that success card. Hang on. Please clarify success. Please clarify success for group number 3. Please clarify. 6 of Wands. Oh, I love it. Okay. Listen, I think you're whatever is guiding this reading for you, whoever, whatever, the message here, the energies here want you to know, like, you will be successful. Okay. You're actually meant to be. This feels very destined to me. Like this, there's a destiny energy here. And I really think you don't have a choice but to surrender right now. I think you're just causing suffering by trying to control right now. And, maybe it is so against the grain for you to let go. And maybe it is just so against your personality type or the way that you've managed to cope through your life, or the strategies you've learned in your life, or the values you've learned in your life, or the beliefs you have about the world. I don't know. But I think it's a massive lesson in itself. There's a big spiritual lesson here, actually, that you will learn in this process of letting go. And that you can trust your intuition. You can trust life. Okay. I think you need to tap into some other form of guidance here. Your own intuition for sure. Why is guidance here? Please, Spirit, why is guidance here for group number 3? This card of guidance, the 3 of Pentacles, the Fool. Oh, yeah. Trust. And the 5 of Wands. Look at that. Conflict. Ease. This is an easy, faithful, trusting energy. And this is conflict. Okay? Is that you really need peace right now. I think that's the key. You need to find peace right now. You really are being asked to have this kind of Fool energy, kind of faith. This isn't the kind of faith where it's like you have faith because you have any kind of evidence. You really just need to trust your own intuition. Trust whatever you believe in terms of a higher power. And that's all I think you may have to go on right now, except that I think if you really look back at your life and look at how you've gotten to wherever you're at, you may see synchronicities, or you may realize, the crazy way things have worked out, and how, there may be forces and energies more powerful than you that have been at play here, But yeah, so what needs to change for you, group number 3, is you need to let go. You need to stop trying to control. You need to find connection to your higher self, your intuition, and your own higher power in this process. And there is something bigger going on here than just you too. I think you'll realize that there is something bigger going on here that you will be a part of. And it's going to be very successful. It's gonna turn out, I don't know what kind of success this is, if it's material, emotional, I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of things working out really well here. actually, despite everything that you may, be worried about. And you have a pivotal role in this with the Six of Wands and the participation card. Like, you're going to have some kind of very pivotal key role in whatever this success is, whatever this thing that is bigger than you. Like, you are key to it. So I just feel like, kind of, this is just fate, destiny, karma, call it what you want, but there are forces at play here, and you need to just, they're more powerful than you. Group number 3. So you need to let go and accept it, and really find peace through this process. Okay, that's what I've got for you, group number 3. I hope it was helpful. Take care. I wish you all the very best.